Okay, here we go. Here is the Black & Decker impact driver. I purchased that for $58 at the Wally World. I got the impact driver, the drill driver at the, when did I get it? I got it at the Lowe's. I believe it was $64 or $68. Now the model number on the impact driver is the Boy David Charles 120 Charles. It says up to 1,375 pounds of max torque. The drill driver. Here's the model number, the Boy David Charles David 220 Charles. I think both came with a, is it the 1.5 amp hour? Yep. It says right there. Both came with their batteries and chargers. Now, I highly doubt I can waste and exhaust both batteries at the same time, so worst case scenario. What's up, buddy? Worst case scenario, swap one out and charge one when needed, but should be fine. And there's one of the owners of the group. There's one of the owners of the garage. Now this thing here, this 12 volt old timer, I've been lugging around for about 8 to 10 years. I think I got it in 2008 or 2009. It's not powerful. Doesn't need to be. I'm just a DIY guy working at home on occasional stuff. So yeah, it doesn't need to be. Still works. Still goes. Is it powerful? No. A general contractor, tradesman, they're not going to use it. Completely worthless to them. Useful to me. And so are these two. So it's gonna be time to start putting them to use. This is about 9 inches tall. Very similar in stature. And hopefully I'll start putting them to work real soon. But for the price, for everything else that I looked at, I just didn't see it. The Porter cables didn't feel as good to me in my hand. Neither did some other ones. Now look plenty. And you look at the numbers, what they can actually do, how much power they have, what you can do with them. This is the biggest thing I've built so far ever, and that was mostly done with the 12 volt and that DeWalt right there. So in an ideal situation, I'll crank out a couple of projects here and there. And I think this should serve me nicely. I've already tested it, the impact driver. I was doing some screws into this thing, and it just, let me pause this for just a minute. And I was using it to just kind of test it out. Nothing pre-drilled, just screw it in. There we go. Screw caught on. I was just holding it lightly, but Now this thing goes quickly. In fast, in easily, nice and flush. And heck, if you want to really get through it, it'll get through it. Fast. Now, the 12 volt most definitely could not have done that. Oops. In and out. Now this is not really putting it through its paces like somebody else could. You know, I'm not putting in lag bolts. Still warm to the touch. I'm not putting in lag bolts or anything like that. Still pretty warm. Should have brought more screws over here. Very quick, very efficient. Would a general contractor pick up a Black & Decker? Probably not. One, they need better batteries, I'm sure. That's all I ever hear. Better batteries than a 1.5 amp hour battery. But most importantly, just the beating that a contractor, tradesman, builder, the beating that those guys would put on some of their more professional tools, their Milwaukees, the DeWalts, etc., etc. That's not what you probably would use for a Black & Decker. So, but for a DIYer that's going to be working out of his garage and just doing some odds and ends, that impact driver, man, you're not going to want to screw anything in with your drill driver except maybe use it for drilling, pre-drilling holes and things of that nature. But the days of using this thing to take out the drill bit, put something back in place, now get the screw in, pre-drill over here, get a screw back, put all these Phillips bits back in there and start doing additional work. This thing is pretty awesome, to be honest. Alright, so that's enough playing around with screws. You can only see screws going so many times, right? Yeah, man, I'm loving this thing. When will I actually start building and creating? I'm not sure. Soon, I hope. I'd like to get to work and maybe put together a little cowboy cooler or wooden cooler. I got some old ice chests around here. I got so many ice chests I can, at a minimum, I can build me 3 and still have a couple spare. So I'm not worried about ruining a cooler, that's for sure. But yeah, if you're a DIY guy, if you're just gonna be doing some work out of the house, I would recommend Black & Decker. It's affordable. You're not gonna spend a lot of money. And look, for $58 for an impact driver, if it breaks at the end of the year, I mean, I'm talking about 12 months of use. If it breaks, man, you could stop upgrading your fast food drive-through and pay that thing off. $58, $64, $68, I believe, for the drill driver. Yeah, they're inexpensive. It's not a $150 drill that you're going to want to take care of it and put to work on the daily grind. You're not going to do that. Well, at least I don't think so. If there's somebody doing that, let me know. However, so in the 50-60 range, let's say 60, an average of 60 for both, that's not bad at all. And start making some things around here, huh? Let's get to work.